Every single year, when you get your taxes done, you have to ask yourself these 3 questions, and I'll tell you what they are coming up. Welcome to the Wise Money channel, where we're all about helping you apply wisdom to your financial decisions and take your next wise step in your financial life. If that's an approach that you want to take, be sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so that you stay up to date on all Wise Money content. All right, let's dive in. Every year, my firm helps thousands of people file their taxes. And over the years, the ones who have a good result do something differently than the ones who have a bad result. With the help of their certified financial planner, the ones that have a good result answer 3 important questions every year before they file their return. I'm going to go through those questions with you today so that you can begin taking this wise approach as well. So your return is done, but before you sign that e-file and submit it, the first question you need to ask is, do I understand why I got the result that I got? Taxes are confusing. In fact, I would argue that the U.S. tax system is the most complicated tax system on the planet. Still, it's crucial to pause and take just a moment to look at your return and say, yes, that was the income that I made, and yes, those deductions are right, and those credits are all right, and that's how much I had withheld, so therefore I understand why I'm getting that size refund or why I still owe that amount. The great news is that getting this little bit of clarity doesn't take much time, and you don't need to be a tax expert to do it. For our clients, we just point out, here's where your income is, and here's where your deductions are, and these credits means you're in this tax bracket with this tax, and here's how much you had withheld. My favorite way to actually help answer this question is to simply compare your tax return this year side by side to your tax return last year. This makes it very easy to spot inconsistencies and potential mistakes. 9 times out of 10, everything is correct and you can just move on. But in those 1 out of 10 situations, this brief review reveals, oh, I thought I was supposed to get a credit for those college expenses. Or wait, is that the right amount that I had withheld? And you can catch something that could have really easily been missed. The online tax preparation services are notorious for missing these little things, and people rarely take just a moment to review their return. So we see these small mistakes every single year from these online tax prep services that end up costing people thousands of dollars. So whether you do your return yourself or have someone else do it, take just a moment and ask, do I understand why I got the result that I got before you sign your return? All right, now that geeky question is out of the way, the second question that you need to ask is there anything I should do right now to improve my return before I file it? Once you understand why your return turned out the way that it did, you now have the context to evaluate whether you should implement any number of tax planning strategies. And since many of those tax planning strategies can be done up until April 15, you have an opportunity to look at your return and capture some of those opportunities before you file your return. Should you contribute a little bit more to your HSA? Should you fund an IRA or a Roth or do a backdoor Roth? What opportunities exist for you to improve your tax return before you file it? And which of those ideas should you jump on? Obviously, online tax software fails miserably here. It never offers any ideas on how you can improve your tax picture. In truth, many CPAs or other tax preparers don't help their clients with this either. So be sure you're working with a certified financial planner, as they're the ones, it's their job to point out what opportunities exist and guide you on which ones to implement. So now you know why your return turned out the way that it did, and you've reviewed and implemented all of the best tax planning strategies to improve your tax return. So lastly, you now need to ask yourself, what changes are taking place in my life this upcoming year that will impact my taxes, and are there any tax planning strategies, any new tax planning strategies that I need to consider? A job change, the birth of a child turning age 17, going to college, graduating, the building campaign at church, moving, side income, all sorts of things impact your taxes and can make one year look very different from the next. To avoid surprises and also help capture the best tax opportunities, ask yourself what might be changing, and then Your certified financial planner can help discuss what the potential impact is. Last year, I had a client with twins that turned age 17. This caused a $3,000 reduction in their tax credits and would have been an awful surprise when they filed their return. But because we reviewed and answered this question ahead of time, we were able to be aware of this and change our tax strategy to avoid surprises. In light of these changes, should you still contribute pre-tax or should you shift to Roth? Should you do a Roth conversion? Should you donate more or less or change your withholdings? These questions and more help you ensure that you're taking the right tax strategy early in the year when it can still accumulate throughout the year and make a big difference. So there you have it. It takes just a moment, but before you file your taxes, you have to answer these 3 questions. When you do, you'll have clarity and confidence with your taxes, and you'll be setting yourself up to avoid surprises and pay the least amount of tax over your lifetime, which are my 2 goals every single year. Leave a comment below. You agree, you disagree, something I missed, let me know. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and share this content with others who need to be taking the right approach when they file their taxes every year. All right, until next time, my name's Mike Bernard. Now go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.